Hello, Karen from Emerging Soul Tarot with your daily read. I'm going to pull a card from the Soul's Lesson, Soul's Journey Lessons, I think it's called, and then I'll pull some tarot. Okay, my favourite subject, balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. It's a beautiful mandala there. So balance. We need balance in all things. We need balance within our physicality, exercise, rest, work, all the usual. We need balance within our emotional and mental body, and we need spiritual balance. And then we need balance and harmony between people, between our environment, spirit and flesh. So it's that sense of stability and wholeness in every area of your life. I mean, if you've arrived, drop me a note below. Because this is a difficult thing to accomplish, okay? But the balance is, if we're looking at situations objectively, we can resonate with one side more than one other. So this is this place that I keep saying, where we shouldn't label one side good, one side bad. It's that equilibrium. So it's both sides of the situation. So in terms of our lives, we might look back, or even now in our present situation, and say, this is good, I behaved well there, I was good there, I was bad there, or this situation was good, this situation was bad. But the bottom line is, everything is grist for the meal, everything we can use. Everything, if we broaden our perspective to see that we're here to learn and grow and develop and love and have compassion and empathy, then we can open to that beautiful balance. But, even if there are things in our lives that we just can't relate to, I mean, some people get this with the dreaded politics, They follow one particular side and just can't understand the other, can't relate to it, can't grasp, what the other people are doing. But that's a lesson in itself. It's non-judgmental assessment, so it's like, using even the things that we can't relate to, or the things that irritate us, and say, why is that irritating? Why is that difficult for me to see? And we need to have that compassion and empathy for everyone and everything, even if we can't relate to it. I'm not saying we've got to agree with heinous things. It's not about agreement, it's about seeing even the difficult things in perspective of the whole. So it's that sort of sense that a situation or a person's been placed in your path or in my path to teach that everyone has their own unique, authentic way of being, life story, and that sense of putting yourself in the other person's shoes to really understand their motivation. Okay, but that's where we gain compassion, is by doing that. So I think the most obvious thing, and the thing that really, gets under people's skin, is politics. And if you were more to the left side of politics, I'm talking UK here, then the right side of politics, or people who hold that view, are going to be you're going to find difficulty with that. But it's like we need to lay down our judgments and be able to get in their shoes. And politics aside, if we have a situation, if there's any conflict in a relationship between, say, you and your partner, it's often that kind of judgment that you're right, they're wrong, or vice versa, that brings that conflict. So it's a sense of dropping your judgment, dropping your labels, and standing in their shoes, really trying to listen and understand where they're coming from. You can agree to disagree. It's not balance, it's not about agreement. Some things we just can't agree on. It's just impossible. But it is about having compassion and empathy, and trying to listen and gain understanding about where someone's coming from. If we all done that, there wouldn't be this hideous battles we see. I mean, it's where war comes from. If you look in a family, and you see sibling rivalry, and you see that conflict there's a lack of balance, a lack of harmony. You've only got to multiply that by a whole country. and whether it's two people arguing or one country against another country, it's the same principle. It's judgmentalism. It's a lack of balance. So yeah, interesting card, and I'm sure you've all got your views. I don't like even mentioning politics because it's divisive these days, politics. There was a time where you could, hold your view and hold your sense of your point of view, and be able to agree to disagree, and have a beautiful discussion with someone about how they see things. I think often it's this ego of ours that wants to be right, so we got to prove our point. So yeah, I think Spirit's really bringing that up. We need a lot more balance and harmony. Yeah, look at that, co-creation. We can't co-create with anyone if we're at each other's throats. It's as simple as that. And that's not a judgment, that's just, it's just how it is. Yeah, we got to work at it, people. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Queen of Wands on the bottom. The woman who's got a vision of humanity, that divine vision of humanity, that beautiful vision of passion and fire, really, action. So yeah, balance. Sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth that's annoying me. Yeah, balance is needs to be worked at. It's a skill. It's a spirit will enhance us and lead us and strengthen us, but we got to take the first steps. And sometimes getting harmony and balance, or dropping the judgment, is hard work. It just is. We're human, that is the thing. We have we live in these bodies, we're human, so it's work, and it's spiritual work, mental work, emotional work, and sometimes physical work to bring balance. But here we have it. When we do that work, this is the co-creation. This is about building together. So, you know, it's making plans together. It's knowing that we're all in it together. So even if our views differ, we're building for later generations. What are we leaving? You know, what are we leaving? Are we leaving them a legacy of balance and harmony, or at least our best efforts to accomplish that? And often we can only accomplish it in our lives. You know, we look at the world and there's so much out of balance. You know, you drive yourself insane. But if we work on it one by one, you know, and then in our groups and co-create and learn to negotiate and work together, teamwork, you know, drop the judgments, drop the assessments of other people. They say that with a person within 15 seconds or 9 seconds, I can't remember, somebody's formulated an opinion about another person. That's a psychological fact. It happens. But if we're aware of that, we can challenge our own assessments. I mean, who are any of us to assess another? You know, everyone's unique and beautiful in their own way, even if they don't present that way, even if their opinions are different. But this is what we're supposed to be doing, building, you know, building with our immediate friends and families, and building with our communities and working it out. And people can become role models in this. I can look at my life and see role models, you know, people I looked up to who really worked at this. Not necessarily people I knew, you know, they could be people who were kind of out there who I looked to and looked at their values and how they wanted to. I mean, the one that springs to mind with this co-creation is Martin Luther King, you know. I mean, incredible. I have a dream. And that is that dream of balance and that dream of harmony. And then we have this beautiful Queen of Cups. See, this is, she's just so full of beauty and love and reflection. She's got that emotion, that intuition. I've said before, that's the Ark of the Covenant. It's the presence of spirit. I mean, that's in the Judeo-Christian tradition. But what it signifies is that presence of spirit. And if we're working that way, if we're moving that way, you know, this is what we're going to get. We're going to be able to co-create with spirit to begin with, and work on our, you know, where we're out of balance, or where we judgmental, where we label, where we assess. And then we can work together. We can start co-creating with spirit. We can pull that out a bit further with our partners, our children, our families, our communities. And that is, you know, have that vision. Have that vision, that broad, beautiful vision of, you know, be passionate about your communities, about your world. And that balance will come. There we are. Simple as that, people. No, it's not simple, that's the thing. But we're here to learn, grow, develop. That's what we're here for, spiritually. Our soul is soul growth. So yeah, just have a look where you snap judge. We all do it. We like to think we don't, but we do. And deal with that, you know. Co-create with spirit to create more than that, you know, not act on that judgment or assessment of people. Okay, let's have a daily healing message, spirit. Yeah. Seek to enlarge. Beautiful. Look. Autumn leaves. Seek to enlarge your appreciation of the beauty of nature, animals and human. And that's it. That's where the balance comes. That's where the harmony comes. That's where we drop our judgment, even of ourselves. You know, we've got to start with balancing, getting the balance and harmony within ourselves. But if we appreciate, if we look at the beauty and appreciate ourselves and develop that, and then appreciate the people around us, it just grows out like ripples. It grows and expands. Okay then, hope you enjoyed that. Lots of love. Bye bye.